was charming. I really liked him.
Who wouldn't like a guy smiling ear to ear for his new mugshot? It's Zach Ellis, the friendly felon security camera installer who told me in April
I didn't make any mistakes. Everything I've done is 100% legal. I've done nobody wrong.
Zach may have an arresting personality, but for some reason, he keeps on getting arrested.
Yeah, you got charged with a felony, it looks like. State of Michigan versus Ellis.
Pretty sure that's going to be inaccurate.
I'm just guessing this call might offend Zach, and he's a very sensitive guy.
I'm looking into
because
you.
Because you're going to make sure you're right. That's the only side you have.
Show me, prove me I'm wrong now. Let's go.
You don't have to be rude.
We see your program on television, and we go, oh my God, it's him.
Ron and Ruth Ann hired Zach Ellis, owner of Cadone Security, in late 2021. He claimed he could install a new intercom system in their Clinton Township home.
I was kind of convinced, this guy's okay.
They say Zach seemed like a good guy while pitching the job.
Unfortunately, I had written him a check the first day.
So how much was the check for?
$28.95.
$2,895?
Correct.
But Zach never came back.
They kept using the ships are stuck in LA, coming out of China. We can't get the parts off the boats. Subsequent to that, he's using other excuses for the delays. And finally I said, you know what, I'm done now waiting. I asked him for our money back.
And he stopped responding to texts, to calls, nothing.
Ron went to Cadone Security Headquarters, which turned out to be the house where Zach lived. That ruffled Zach's sensitive feathers, and he let them know it in this text. Though you came to my private home, said things that had nothing to deal with me, I do not care what someone else did. They was not me, and my contracts and servus is different. So I advise and appreciate you not talk to me. Then Ron and Ruth Ann saw my Hall of Shame story.
Matthew says he gave you $1,000 and you keep blowing him off.
Absolutely.
Not?
No, I told him to stop talking to me inappropriately. He called me a drug addict. He was kind of rude. Every job before that was done exactly on time.
In that story, I introduced you to Matthew, who said Zach cashed a $1,000 check and never did the job, and Marcel.
How much did you give him?
In total, $4,500.
And he didn't do the job.
The job is not done.
And Mohammed.
He never finished the job, and then he got the money, never came back.
You also met Melissa, who hired Zach to install a CCTV camera system at the Harrison Township Library.
All the library funds are taxpayer money.
But she says the system Zach installed had to be ripped out because it was a Chinese-made system that's been banned in government buildings.
So this system now is just junk.
Yeah, this is junk. I can't use it.
I had Zach show up to a potential job where he said this to my undercover cameraman.
I should do my due diligence. Are you licensed? And
Highest reviews in Michigan.
Zach isn't licensed. He does have some good reviews in Michigan, but he also has some convictions in Michigan. When I did my first story, Zachary Ellis had 8 felony convictions for retail fraud, larceny in a building, and uttering and publishing check fraud.
You can't come at somebody with a percentage of 2 of doing something wrong and make them look like a crook.
You are a crook.
No, I'm not. You're a crook for twisting a story.
Zach denied he'd wronged the victims in the first story, but Ron and Ruth Ann sure didn't believe Zach when they saw the piece. Remember, they say he took almost $3,000 and never installed their intercom system.
Number one, I want my money back. And number two, I want him to stop doing this to other people.
They called my producer, who suggested they make a police report. And now Zach's been charged with taking money under false pretenses over $1,000. A felony. What's Zach got to say? Let's find out.
I know you got arraigned in Clinton Township, correct?
As I said, I think you're going to have some inaccurate information that's going to be adjusted.
Well, make it accurate for me. Go ahead. Tell me what happened.
I'm sure if you check, it will be updated. Thank you.
Well, Zach is still whack, but he's looking smooth as shellac in the Hall of Shame.